And I know you haven't cursed anyway.
Yeah.
But do you feel like it puts you in a box in terms of who your audience is?
I am corny, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Like, I grew up on military bases and in church. That's gonna produce a corny nigga. I grew up in safe
That's a
environment.
corny combo.
Right. That's a corny combo. I like dad jokes and museums. Like, boy, let me go to a museum by myself, brother. You could leave me alone for hours. I'm gonna read me some placards. So no, for me, I don't feel out of place doing that. But I probably, if it were the inverse, I might feel out of place. If they were like, you gotta cuss to do this thing, that would feel unnatural to me, and that might be what you're feeling. Like, this isn't natural. And sometimes it's just work, right? Like, sometimes it's just, this is the job. So like when I worked at All Deaf, I remember as a church kid, like I'm a church kid for real. And All Deaf, at that time, we was on some BS. We was on some wild stuff. I mean, we was doing stuff like, is it true black men have the biggest penises? And we would have women put blindfolds on and grab peens and be like, oh, you're small. This is probably black. This is probably a white dude. And I used to be like, this is crazy, man. Right? But that was what was next. So that's probably the time I felt like, you really doing whatever you, but I'm like, this is my job.
They should accuse you of the Illuminati.
Bruh, that's what accusation
They was feeling on penises.
Man, like, but at that time, like, it was crazy because I didn't have a regular job until I got that job. So I'm trying to provide for my family. Yeah. And I'm like, this is my job, bro. Like, I'm not going to work at no corporate job again, because I know it's a matter of time I'm gonna get fired, because I know that ain't for me. So eventually I'm gonna get fired. This job is this is how I feed my family. So I used to liken it to, like, even if you're a Christian and you're in the army, thou shalt not kill is a tenet you might believe. But if they send you to war and somebody's trying to kill you, you got to fire that gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you gonna be like, but I love you, pop, 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 pop. Now you home in a box. Yeah. So I think that's how I justified it. But I used to feel like this is not right. But I don't want to get fired, especially them early years at All Deaf. It was a dog eat dog world. Yeah. And everybody was gunning for everybody's job. At that time, man, we would get to work at 7, 8, work till 6, 7, and then be available pretty much until 9, 10, email, Slack, and stuff like that. So I was doing all that because I'm like, LA is very expensive. Like, we owned a home in Washington. Our apartment was smaller than our house and more than double our mortgage. So it was just like, I got to do this because my kids are hungry and they don't care if I'm selling crack or jokes. They want them Capri Suns in the bottom of the refrigerator.